Okay, so as you can see here, we are gravely undernumbered. We are the underdogs in this battle. But in this kind of positions, in this kind of situations, you have to first thing you have to do is to group up your army, like cavalry with cavalry, infantry with infantry, archers with archers, and as you can see here, um, I'm trying to single out the some enemy units. So I'm trying to get rid of their cavalry because they can flank me very easily, and they can do serious damage to my flanks. So I'm trying to be the only one with the advantage of flanking, and that's very important when you're on the when you are in with inferior numbers. While I'm doing that, I'm trying to kill the generals. It's a pretty big army, like 3,000 and something, or 30,000, let's say, if we give credit to the game. So 30,000 soldiers army with only two generals. So in this situation, the best thing would be to manage to kill one of the generals, which I'm gonna manage because that guy is attacked by three of my best generals plus the cavalry. So the cavalry, I know for sure, is not gonna back down very very easy. So one of the general is down. It's only one left, but as you can see, I'm not staying for the fight because he already got his army, especially his infantry there, and you have a lot of spearmen, and those ones are very effective against the cavalry. But while I'm retreating and I'm trying to get as much cavalry back as I can, and especially save the generals. That was a risky move what I've done there, and I think I've waited a little bit too much until I gave them the order to retreat. But anyway, save your generals if it's possible. Actually, it's a must. And while you're doing that, try to organize their retreat so they can retreat to safety. This is why I'm moving the infantry forward a little bit. So just in case someone was coming after me, especially the other general that left that was alive, he would have been taken over by my infantry plus the three generals. So I'm waiting for the cavalry to come back from there. I know I'm not gonna save too many of them, but anyway, I've solved two problems. Um, there is no risk of being flanked by enemy cavalry, and I kill one of their generals. That's important. And the other general is affected as well. It's like you can see, he had like 26k in health. Now he has only 14,000. 14,000. Now, when you are undernumbered, um, you want your archers to fire as much as they can until they finish the ammunition. So you have to keep them in a position, like in a steady position where they can fire all the time. It doesn't matter in which part of the which units of the enemy army, as long as they are firing, is good because you're trying to get that number down. You see, this is a stupid thing that he done. His general is there by himself. Yeah, the most of his army is following. Now, as you can see, he had just a little bit of cavalry left, and he tried to flank me. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. So just get rid of that last. Yeah, there you go. They are fleeing. Okay, so now just go after the other general, the only general left alive, and try not to be flanked. Again, obviously his army is gonna come head on. They don't have any other options like to go on the sides and try to surround you. So if they don't have this chance, you have to do it. Try to surround them. You see, in the bottom, in the down, bottom down side of the panel, you can see this ones. With this ones, I'm gonna try to surround them. This kind of flanking is very effective against the morale of the enemy because they don't see no way out. And in the same time, I'm trying to, to kill the last, general. And now, you see, the general is running. The enemy general is running already. His life is very, very low. Now, I will try to protect my generals. Just check all the time. If they are in too big a danger, just move them around. Don't let them in. Don't let them in the fight. And as an advice, you should put these generals to attack wherever you see the enemy troops getting weaker because they will amplify the fear factor and eventually those units will flee. Now, another strategy how you can win a battle is not necessarily to kill everyone from the on the battlefield, but just to provoke enough fear so they can run. And if you manage to do this, if you see in the bottom right side of the corner, not even with three generals and with this, let's say, pretty strong army, I was not the favor. I was with the green. He had a lot of chances to turn this battle around. But if you have this advantage of having generals against no generals, there you go. What I was saying, the enemy army will eventually run if you manage to keep your generals alive and you press with them exactly where the the enemy army is weaker. And another thing, once the enemy unit is fleeing, chase them a little bit, but don't chase them too much. In this kind of positions, when you have your main army still fighting, don't take your generals and run after a unit. Yeah, make them flee, but stay nearby your main enemy. Now, is this general which fled earlier came back in like last last attempt to save his army, but as you can see, he died. He had very little life left, so it was easy for me to take him down. You see, one of my generals is going like crazy on the battlefield, like chasing some units. I'm gonna bring him back to the main body of the army. I need them there. The enemy army is still still fighting for survival. So um, yeah, try to attack with the generals. Try to attack the enemy units from behind while your main army is facing them. Try to take them, take the generals, and um, attack with them by behind, because they have all kind of special abilities and some fear factors as well. And the enemy units, they don't like to be attacked from behind or circle around or this kind of things. So this is I like this battle, and I was expecting to win because um, I've seen that they were lacking in cavalry, and I have in kingdoms, Total War 3 kingdoms. Cavalry is very important, like in medieval as well. Give me 6 units of cavalry, 2 generals, and just a little bit of infantry and some archers to keep them away a little bit, and I can easily defeat any army with double numbers than me. So here you go. This is an easy way to defeat a bigger army than you have on the battlefield. There you go, victory. From now on, when you get this message, it's like, yeah, just claim the victory, because you can lose soldiers as well. This is I gave a save reply because I liked how everything went, and this is it. This is how you do it. Double numbers, worth for nothing. Pyrrhic victory. Yay! Well, hope you like it. Take care.